We know him best for his portrayal of Dr. Sheldon Hawkes in CSI New York. And now actor Harper is back on the big screen in the new movie Boy Next Door.
That's right. Hill plays the role of a school principal in the film, which stars Jennifer Lopez, and he's here to tell us all about it. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, guys.
Good to see you, Hill.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, looking a little different with little...
The hair.
I'm growing my hair out. Yeah,
Loving the new look.
Well, thank you. I'm doing a play in New York this spring. It's going to open in April. It's called Toast. It's going to be down at the Public Theater.
Okay.
It's set in early 70s in Attica, in prison, right before the Attica prison riots. So I'm trying to get my hair as long as it'll go. I'm going to have a little afro. We're going to have afro. Hopefully the next 3 months it'll double in size.
Oh, wow.
What are you putting in there? Juices and berries?
Yeah, I got juices and berries. And I'm thinking, you do a little something. It's like you rub a little of special argan oils.
Okay.
You know, you got to put the oils down.
Important to know.
I'm hoping it's going to grow. Let's see what happens.
Hill, you've got so much going on with the play, and you just wrapped up Covert Affairs as well, the TV show.
Yes.
Movies, you've been in everything from Get on the Bus, Beloved, and now, of course, you're in the new movie Boy Next Door.
You know, this is a fun film. You know, Jennifer Lopez, it's her return to the big screen, and it's a great film. I think it's a great film. It's a popcorn movie. It's kind of like those of us that remember Fatal Attraction has a little bit of that salaciousness to it, and maybe a reverse of Fatal Attraction. So it's a lot of fun. I think you see Jennifer Lopez in a way you haven't seen her before. Same director who directed The Skulls, a film that I did years ago.
Yeah.
And so I was excited to work with him again. I was very excited to work with Jennifer Lopez, and we had a good time.
This was your first time working with her on a movie?
Yeah, never worked with her before, and she's fantastic.
What was the energy like on set?
Well, she's a consummate professional, you know, and she's also just a dynamic woman, you know, and amazing. She's, you know, producing the film as well, and so there was a lot of care. Folks want the film to be good and right, and to me, in many ways, it's a throwback film. You know, these days it feels like every movie, even if it's a drama, has to have all these special effects, and it's not about the story, the characters, and the interaction of the characters. And this film is about the story, the characters, the acting, and the interaction, and it's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. I mean, it's
just
great.
the trailer did that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so suspenseful. I was like, it was really well together.
It's exciting. It's a great film. I love it. You know, it's like these films. You know, you go get your nice big tub of popcorn, and you bring your lady, and then you guys sit there and watch it together. It's a lot of fun.
And Jennifer Lopez's character, of course, has this steamy affair with a teenager.
Were you trying to tell the story of the movie? I mean, I don't know what.
That's pretty much out there in the trailer.
That's what's out there in the trailer.
Do you, in real life, do you think there's a double standard with regards to men dating younger and women dating younger? Is there a double standard there? What do you think?
You know what? I don't know, because you're talking about dating, and we're talking about the context of the movie is a whole different context of a teacher and a student relationship.
True.
Okay,
very
so
true.
if we're talking about dating, you know, I don't think that there's necessarily a double standard. I think women that are older are celebrated if they end up with a younger man. I mean, you know, so I don't think it's necessarily a double standard. I think that folks need to find love where they find love, however, in whatever form and whatever way.
Age ain't nothing but a number, right?
Age ain't nothing but a number, throwing down ain't nothing but a thing.
Speaking of that, I've been asked by ladies in the office to clarify your love life and your status. So are you dating?
All the ladies want to know.
Really?
They're all back there.
I thought I was here to talk about the Boy Next Door.
So you see how many people are in the studio? This many people don't usually come up here.
You are the boy next door, though. You're the man next door.
I'm the man next door. No, it's like, you know, what I do with my love life, dating life, and all that. I think it's very interesting as an entertainer. Folks get interested in who you're dating, what you're dating. You know, I have a girlfriend, and we have a great relationship, but we don't go around parading it for publicity purposes. You know, it's very funny. People talk about, oh, the paparazzi and all this. If you go, there are certain, for instance, this is a great example. There are certain restaurants where the paparazzi hang out.
They will wait outside.
And they wait outside. If you go to that restaurant, you know you're going to get shot with your girlfriend, right? But if there are about 7,000 other restaurants where they're not. So anybody you see getting shot coming out of a certain restaurant with somebody is acting like they didn't want to get shot.
Oh, no.
It's just not true, right? Yeah. It's a game. And so we choose not to play that game. We choose not to put our relationship out on Front Street or try to leverage it for publicity.
And that can put pressure on the relationship as well. When you're in the papers every day and, you know, the press really kind of pulls apart the relationship, right, when you've got it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think folks have to figure out what makes them happy. happy? And is it the relationship that makes them happy, or using the relationship for some type of publicity purpose? You know, I mean, I do social media. I have Instagram. I just got Instagram, right? Because I've resisted as long as I could.
saw you,
but
yeah, I see
now
that you're
I'm
on
on
Instagram
Instagram
now,
finally,
yeah.
and it's something that's, you know, it's interesting. You know, I was resisting Instagram so long, but then it was made very clear by the powers that be that, listen, we need you to do social media, because it's basically free advertising for projects, etc. But it's also been very powerful for me, for my foundation, and the work that my foundation does.
Which we want to talk about now, yes.
Manifest Your Destiny. Please tell us about all the work you guys are doing.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm really proud. We're finally at a point. I founded it about 6 years ago, coming out of my first and second book, Letters to a Young Brother and Letters to a Young Sister. And we've had a Summer Empowerment Academy in Los Angeles for the past 6 years. It's been very successful. We finally got it to a point where we believe we can scale it out nationally. So we just did a fundraiser this past weekend in Washington, D.C. that was a lot of fun.
Raheem Devon
performed. Roland Martin, who I love, was one of the celebrity judges. We did a dancing thing. It was just it was a great event. It was a dancing competition, kind of like Dancing with the Stars. We called it Dancing with MYD, Manifest Your Destiny. And so folks can go to the website. It's www.mydf.org to check it out. And it cost me about $3,000 to $4,000 a student to send them into our free summer program. And, you know, I want to scale it out. Obviously, you do the math. If I have 100 kids in the program, it costs me $300,000. And so I need support to build capacity, to expand it the way I want to expand it every year. Because ultimately, a lot of education experts believe that many of our most underserved young people, where they really fall back is the summertime. It's, you know, arguing about school quality can sometimes be a red herring, because ultimately, if you finish in June, but then you don't do anything for 3 months, you actually regress by the time you start in the fall, where a lot of students from more prosperous backgrounds, they have tutors during the summer, they have summer travel to foreign destinations, and they have summer camp and summer school. And so we're attempting to provide that for traditionally underserved communities.
Can we also talk, because recently you were in Chicago, you've been teaching kids about the importance of investing in their futures rather than buying the video games and the sneakers. That must have been tough.
Yeah, that was what we did. I spoke in front of 3,000 eighth graders in conjunction with the Chicago Bulls and Mass Mutual. It's called the Mass Mutual Future Smart Challenge. And I'm so proud of a company like Mass Mutual. It's an insurance company. They sell insurance and annuities and investment products, to step up and say, we want to teach our young people financial literacy. So we had 3,000 public school kids come to the United Center where the Bulls play. I did this big thing on the court talking to them about financial literacy, because ultimately, if we can change the way these young people start to save, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you save and invest. And there's a time value of money. If I can start an eighth grader saving now, no matter what neighborhood he or she's from, I can change the financial underpinnings of their family, their community, and ultimately their city. And that's what that Mass Mutual program is all about.
How receptive were the students?
Listen, we have to, obviously you have to make it entertaining. They love
video games.
You have to make it entertaining for them, right? And so that's what we did. We you know, Mass Mutual worked really hard with me to create a very entertaining program. Next, we're going to do it with the Utah Jazz, and we're going to do Boston Celtics in February, and on and on and on. So I'm proud of this program. It's called the Mass Mutual Future Smart Challenge. You go to massmutual.com and check out what we've done already and what we're going to do in the future.
And you're in the midst of filming another film at the moment.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Shooting an amazing film with Will Smith called Concussion. It's about the traumatic brain injury issue in the NFL. And the issue around concussion. It's a true story of Dr. Bennett Omalu, who was a Nigerian doctor who basically discovered CTE, or this traumatic brain injury. He was a pathologist in Pittsburgh, and he dealt with some of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I play one of the bad guys in the movie, you know, and
the fun part.
It's fun part, exactly. And so it's a wonderful story, great cast: Luke Wilson, Alec Baldwin, Paul Reiser, Gugu is in it, who's fantastic. I think it's going to be a wonderful film. I think there could be some Oscars on the way for Will Smith with this film.
Very important
until that
topic
comes
as
out,
well.
we can all catch The Boy Next Door.
The Boy Next Door. It's a great film. Please check it out. It's fantastic.
This weekend, definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back with more Rise Entertainment 360.